contact with SNCC and the SNCC office?
SNCC office?
Yeah, well, SNCC and just get sort of your interaction there.
My first interaction was in 1962. I'd come to Atlanta to college, and I knew members of SNCC from the Freedom Ride because they stopped in Montgomery. And so after that year, it was the year I graduated college, and I attended Southern University and was expelled. So I had come to Atlanta so that I wouldn't be involved in that mess, as my dad called it. So first day there, I was went to Spelman College, looking for Ruby Doris Smith, that I've become very fond of, having interchanged with her in Montgomery for the summer of 1961. So I went to Spelman, and they said that she was at the Atlanta track field. And I went down there, and there were two guys there, and I didn't know them then, but one was Julian Bond, and the other one was Bob Mance. And they directed me to Atlanta Life Insurance Company building where they were having a meeting. And I went to that meeting, and thus I got involved in some of the activities of the Atlanta Student Movement and SNCC.
And tell me about some of those. Some of those were related to voter registration. Tell me a little bit about your experience organizing.
Yes, I went to a couple of briefings at Rush Memorial Church, and I attended some of the mass meetings, and I think it was Friendship, but anyway, across from Morehouse's gym. But I got more involved in voter registration. I was on one picket line on Simpson Road, and I forget what we were picketing a liquor store for some reason. But I ran around with Ruby Doris a lot and met people like Mr. Black, who was dealing with the newspaper, and they were actually located down the street from my house. So we would go over there with her, and I don't know, I think she was taking materials to him to print, I guess. And my memory is a little foggy. So that's how we were involved, but at any rate, for some reason, I liked the voter registration part because that's what I'd been dealing with in Montgomery. And so they made me a deputy registrar. And I went down then with Reverend Bennett at SCLC for the voter project, which was SNCC and SCLC involved in the voter registration drive. And that's what I did for the most part.
What do you remember about Reverend Boone or just his?
Reverend Boone had the warmest smile, and he smiled all the time. And he was dealing with breadbasket, and we'd come through the church sometime when I was there, and he was always very warm and cordial and inspirational.
So how important was even that church support, I guess, to the movement, would you say?
In all,
include my question in your answer if you can. So Rush Memorial.
Okay, Rush Memorial Church, as with all the churches, but most especially Rush Memorial, was housed the students and really supported the activities of the student movement. And that was important because students were being discouraged by some of the Atlanta leaders for they were almost like Black Lives Matter. I mean, it was that people agreed with what we wanted to do, but they for the most part wanted to wait. You know, they were dealing with the status quo and so on, they won't have a time. But for those people who came, the churches that came in support of the student movement was very vital to our efforts.